Breaking news, my country people, it don't happen. Oh, the former governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano, has been charged to court. Before now, the EFCC had taken the ex-governor into custody ahead of the arraignment. Finally, Obiano has been taken to court. Guys, this is a very, interesting story. Now, they said to have the federal government charged a 4 billion naira alleged fraud against him. Yes, my country people, there are 9 counts charges of allegations of 4 billion naira fraud during his time as the governor in the state. The 68-year-old was arraigned today before Justice EX-Gov of the Federal High Court in Abuja. But then Obiano pleaded not guilty for the money laundering charges levied against him. The counsel for the EFCC, Sylvestus Takil, had asked that he be remanded in the custody of the anti-draft agencies. And Obiano is currently on administrative bail granted him by the EFCC, which includes providing 2 sureties who are directors in the civil service and owned landed properties in Abuja. Now, Justice Eko adopted the administrative bill and added that Obiano would remain within the Federal Capital Territory, and all travel documents are to be submitted to the court. At this point, the court also stated that the immigration will be alerted that all travel documents are with the court. And yes, Justice Ian Ekwo of the Federal High Court in Abuja now has granted bail to the immediate past governor of Anambra State, Willie Obiano. The judge ordered Obiano to be restricted to the court's jurisdiction. They ordered that he would deposit his travel documents with the court registrar, and then Ekwo then ordered the registrar to notify the Nigerian Immigration Service of this development, that Willie Obiano would not be leaving the country anytime soon. He would stay within the FCT. And it was reported that on March 17, 2022, the former governor Willie Obiano was arrested at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos as he was preparing to board a flight to Weston, the United States of America. The EFCC had announced that his arrest took place at about 8:30 p.m., noting that he had been on the EFCC's watch list for some time over corruption allegations. However, a charge filed at the Federal High Court Abuja showed that the EFCC would be prosecuting the former governor on 9 count charges bordering on illegal withdrawal of security votes and money laundering. According to the court documents, Sylvestus San will lead 8 other lawyers in the trial of the former government. And in the court documents, the EFCC accused Willie Obiano of unlawfully moving about 4 billion naira from security votes into different accounts, which it was converted into dollars and returned to him in cash. And yes, this is a very criminal offense which they have charged him to court, but then he has been granted bail, but there's been a restriction on his movement. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? It's obvious that at this point corruption is really deep rooted in Nigeria, and the EFCC are doing quite a fine job in making sure they get these corrupt minds. Now look at, who would imagine Willie Obiano accused of a 4 billion naira fraud, someone that ruled Anambra State, and afterwards Peter Obi came and took over from the state. So my country people, this is it. But then Nigerians have reacted. For what reason? Serve the zoo and go back in shame. Now I imagine, how come this man found himself in this situation? It seems that the law is for the highest bidder. All money will go back to the federal government. But then congratulations to him. This is just business as usual. We know how these things work. There is no difference between them when it comes to the issues of stolen public funds. We know how it plays out. No excuse this time around. This is the same state Peter Obi governed and held his head high. So how come all this happened? These guys should have the fear of God. Okay, my country people, these are reactions from Nigerians. Well, let's see how the investigation turns out for Willie Obiano, the former governor of Anambra State. Yes, he has been. He currently he's in the FCT in Abuja. He was taken to court, and afterwards, the court granted him, freedom on bail. Yes, he was released on bail, and there are so many lawyers who are waiting to take his plea in the criminal charges that is being held against him. Obiano is to face trial in 9-count charge over alleged 4 billion naira fraud that was brought against him by the federal government. Well, we really salute the EFCC for their renowned vigor. The mistake government is making is that if things continues this way, the corrupt politicians will keep on plundering the resources of this country without caution. It will be difficult for us to get a committed Nigerian if someone can make billions through politics. Then at this time, why are we wasting our time to go to work and all of that? He's already waiting for this day, so he's prepared like the previous thieves. All the Nigerian politicians are criminal of the highest order. Only God will reward all of them. Okay, my country people, it is rare to see a state governor who has ruled the state for quite some time, first tenure, second tenure, coming out without any allegations of fraud, of corruption against such governor. It is quite rare not to see such cases in Nigeria, but it has become the order of the day whereby a governor, while serving in office, would perpetrate in these evil acts, and at the end of the day, the EFCC would keep mute when that person has stepped down from his or position. They tend to go after them. So my country people, all these things are coming up now because of the immunity that is being granted to governors not to be investigated while in office or questioned while in office until they step down from office. I'm dropping here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.